evening, everybody. Good night, or no, good evening. I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
Not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
Oops. Maestro. We're gonna throw this into a movie.
See, is that better for you?
Educate me. I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
Hello and welcome to your Dirty with my Dirties. You right with that? Your boy. All right, I know that made no sense. You know what's up. And always don't forget to check out.
Hey, Maestro, tell them about SimWorld today.
That's a bit aggressive, don't you think? I mean, come on, family. Don't I always give these guys a shout out? Really? Get your boy straight. Always trying to be good. Come on. We're in this together. Back at that run in Jarrisburg, PA, Mr. Zaire Wade, really, really strong game. And it was everything that you'd want to see. Had a shot, was able to make his own shot, really good hands, both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive, showed off. Really quick move every single time. Really quick move in being able to get himself in position to be effective. And also, what was very clear to me, how good a passer he really is. Because this time there was a lot of slow play, I'm going to say, because there were so many bigs on the floor that the game kind of got a little lumbersome, lumbersome. Cool word. He still made very effective, crisp, pinpoint on the stop passes that made you go, yeah, that's what's up. There was one pass in particular to Stevie J where right hand dribble, he was on the right flare side of the key, square 14. If you were going to break down the court the way we talked about it, one day I'll do a whole thing on this, I guess, because I'm starting to fall back into my old coaching language. But he was flared out to the right, foul line extended, one hand. Stevie J makes a move to the basket, and it's a good thing Stevie J was looking, because off the dribble, one hand pass with his defender, a teammate who was being defended, Stevie J's defender, into Stevie J's hand. Nice finish with violence. It was the play that made me say, there's vision. What made it extra obvious that it was really good in a natural play, the fact that he kept his left hand dormant during the move. By that, I mean this. He was dribbling up. He was in a good position. He was on his toes, what you want to see. And without making any overt shift, ball hit the floor. As it come up, he had already shifted his hand. Strong one-hand push pass. No one was expecting it. Good thing Stevie J was looking. Otherwise, Stevie J might have been a foot and a half shorter. Great pass. Boom. Finish up. That's what's up. That is floor awareness. That is court vision. That is the result of all those things that we just talked about before. His awareness, his quickness, his ability to know where his teammates were. All those things paid off. And that was one play that sort of encapsulated the entirety of what I saw Zaire do during this particular run. If there was anything that I could say, strongly suggest that he would work on, a little bit more independence in his shot making. You have a great shot. You can do a lot more. You definitely have that athleticism. You definitely have that touch, by the way, which for a lot of people is not natural. Apparently it is for you. Excelente. Make it work for you. Don't be afraid to get yourself in a position. You do not always have to be deferential. I understand why you do that. I talked about the way I played. I played very deferential until I didn't have to anymore. In this particular case, though, there were a lot of times when it was just waiting for you. A lot of times you took it. I would say it's about 50-50. A lot of times when it was right there for you, you took it, you did it, you dealt with it, you bammed it. That's what I'm talking about. But some of the times when I thought, he could have took that, and maybe that was a conscious decision on your part. I'm just talking about what I see on the outside, right? Where it looked like you could have taken it and you didn't. You gave your teammate a chance, which speaks to you. This is not a knock, by the way. This is just this is what I see kind of a thing. So it tells me a lot about your awareness of where your teammates are, your awareness of where your people are, and awareness of what you need to do to make them all get involved and get them all involved. And that says a lot about not only your game, but your mindset toward the game. Really nice to see. Thank you all for checking out this half of Talk Dirty with Maestro. You know what's up.
Thank you for listening to Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorldNBA.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game,
Be the game.
Now, back to Maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Hello and welcome to this half of Talking Dirty with your boy. Me. All right, let's get right into it. Part 2 of our help side D, we're going to talk about mid-court. Remember our base principles we talked about in the last pod where we're talking about footwork versus straight up versus quartered, vision, open floor versus elbows, and ball flight, follow versus jump. Now, this is going to tie to, and it's something I didn't talk about before, I'm going to talk about a little bit here. But if I'm in the mid-court, that means I'm not truly in the front court area or near the low post or out on the extended wing to the corners, but I'm right in that middle area, let's say from mid free throw area to, let's just go and just be funky about it and say to mid top of the key. If I'm in that area, in order for my help side D to be effective, I have to understand 2 really key principles. The first of which is this. I need to be aware of open floor versus elbows. And I might even need to add not only open floor versus elbows, but I might need to add open floor, elbows, and feet. Why? I am going to always have to step in the fray because that is the most vulnerable point in any defensive situation. That is why I talk about my mid-bigs learning that mid shot because you can get that shot all day. Why? That area is generally wide open because of how, if an offense is spread correctly, that part of the floor will always be wide open and vulnerable and a soft underbelly spot. Understanding that if I'm defending in that area, I need to always remember this first principle. You give up opposite to press ball. Why do I say that? And I'm going to explain what I mean when I say that. Let's go back to the scenario we had before. I'm defending you in the mid-range of the floor, as I described earlier, and the goal is to my rear and to my right, which means I'm facing away from the goal. The goal is in the center. I'm to the left of where the goal is facing. What I'm going to do there is I'm always going to be quartered. Why? Because I need to be able to move quickly. I'm not going to be straight up with you. And I'm going to be quartered against your strong hand. This is why you want to learn how to handle with both hands, because I am going to be strong. I'm going to quarter my defense, which means I'm going to have myself leverage with my foot pointed toward closer to whatever hand you mostly dribble with, and my other foot in a quarter position while I'm in my stance so I can now react quickly. And believe it or not, you can definitely do that. Let's say they get around your quartered foot or your front foot. You don't follow them. That takes too long. Use 180 spin to, let's say, if we're on that part of the floor, and the person goes to my left and they get past my front foot. I'm not following them. I've already lost that race. What I do is I pivot back. I spin move to the right and meet them there. And if I meet them there, this is one of my secrets, by the way, of always getting charges at this part of the floor. When I meet them there and I stay quartered, when they try to pull up, I have that charge. Why? Because it shows them not being effective through the motion of the ball. And by the rule books of basketball, I now have established my presence. I can get that charge. I give up opposite to press ball. Let's go back to that. So I'm quartered against your hand. Let's say you're a right-handed dribbler. I put my left foot closer to your right spot. I have my hand out, not to the side, but out, because I want to be an impediment. I also want my teammates to see my elbows. Now, you make a pass down into the low post. To my right, your left, opposite side of the floor. I give up opposite, which means I'm giving you up to go down, to crash down to help my teammate out. My first assumption is no one is there. If someone is there, excellent. I don't crash as hard when I see my teammate there. I can now reestablish where you are. If that center is a great passer, they might try to double back on the pass to you as my man is crashing to the goal. But guess who they have to pass through to do that? They have to pass through me. What did we say in the last pod? React to the pass. That you have nothing to lose here. It's all of nothing because you've already committed to help your help side D. Hopefully your defense is helping you, so there's help there. You react to the pass like a cornerback, get that interception. If you don't get the interception, you're still in a position to do what? Establish your feet in order to control the floor, assuming the person is not in the air. If they have to jump and catch the pass, then you have to give them a place to land, of course. You guys know that rule. But either way, what you've done is you made them make an extra pass. Now, they might have wanted to make that extra pass, but you've made it more difficult. Why? Elbows in the way. And that is the key for us to be able to make that work every single time. So again, let's go back to our positioning here. Standing midcourt strong. Goal is to back and right. Pass goes to the opposite side. I move with the pass because why? My man is no longer a threat. They do not have the ball, cannot score without the ball. I then move to the ball if I see open floor. If I don't see open floor, I don't have to go all the way in. I then make my presence known to impede the lane as I keep in contact with my man. Now I can defend what? 2 men with 1. So that help side D is always when the ball goes to the opposite side of the floor from where you are, you have to find a way to cover the open floor to get your hands in the area, preferably of the ball. We'll talk about that later in the art of the steal, preferably where the ball is, in order to impede their actions to make any passes or shots much more difficult. And that's how you stop that down. Again, really quick, trying to make it through. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit in your motions. Yell at your boy. Let me know what else you want to hear about. Let me know if you need this expanded on a little bit more, but hopefully it gives you the visual in order to work with it. And why is it that we always park in a driveway but drive in a parkway?
Like I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.